I go to my grave to support this thing, yeah. Push the soca global. I go walk like slave to build up this thing, yeah. Push the soca global. No season, it's a full-time thing. Watch out for the vibes that we bring. Soca bound to reach Broadway. Don't surprise when the billboard chart. Yeah, some of them did a stop the thing, but I come out here to walk. Yeah. Some of them did a stalk, but I come out here to walk. Tell you some of them did a stop, but I come out here to walk. Yeah. So, but first, let me fix the local now. Then we got take off global now. All of the doubters wanna know how. Link the iTunes category now. Tell you some of them didn't stop the thing, but I come out here to walk. Yeah. Some of them didn't stalk, but I come out here to walk. Tell you some of them didn't stop, but I come out here to walk. Yeah. Not a competition right now. Soca music in a nice position. Right now, soca music in a nice position to the world. It's a construction. We bad and bad. We bad. We bad and bad. We bad. We bad and bad. I come to push the soca global. Let me tell you. In a club, when they be ready. In a fed, in the street, they be ready. In a downtown dance, everybody lively. In a downtown dance, everybody lively.
If you're not lively yet, you need to be lively right about now. Greetings and salutations, one and all. How you doing? Welcome to the night shift to DJ Kevin Stewart's Healthy Love Night. Yeah man, we're better than bad around here. The sound of Ifran Alves kicking us off with Soca Global. I want to say thank you and welcome to each and everyone locked in right now. Those on the platforms all over the globe. Those locked in on TuneIn Radio on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Much love to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And those hailing out to the UK on One Harmony Radio. Top of the morning to you. Much love, King Genius, Queen Genius. But I come out here to walk. I want to say big ups to those out in New Jersey on NIE Radio with New Jersey's finest, the Motivator. Blessings, bro. I want to say big ups to those who are locked in on the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com. Mr. Lindsay, the veteran. Much love. Big ups to those out in New York. Those on Island Worldwide exhibiting the power of music. China Nicole, Gary, big up yourselves. Those locked in on Reggae Pulse Radio. Much love, Buck. Music is a mission, not a competition right now. Soca music in a nice position. Soca music in a nice position to the world. It's a construction. Big ups to the massive out of Texas. I know they do things bigger in Texas, right? So 3 platforms out there. No worries, New York is catching up. But out of Texas, we have All Our Radio, Dusik Media Group, and WGLRO. Yeah, WGRLRO. Home of the Donny Walker Morning Show. Yeah, somehow, sometimes everything get rolled into one. Much love, Donny. Big ups to those on PEMGTV.com. Wherever you are in the world, much love to you watching live. Those on Zeno FM, bubbling in the stew pot. Speaking of the stew pot, much love to those on Clubhouse and those on Facebook Live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Remember, Clubhouse and Facebook Live, it's only a segment broadcast, so don't get too comfortable. Come on over to KevinStew.com, the home of the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew. I want to say big ups to those who are locked in over there. It's a place where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment. Inviting you to call a friend, tell a friend, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too. Because the information is good for everyone. I want to say thank you to my segment sponsors.
Music is a mission, not a competition right now.
Policy Media Group and Being in a Moment is priceless. Let's give them a call. They take care of your videos, your photos, your streaming, your ads, and everything you see here on KevinStew.com and more. You have a church service, a funeral, a wedding, a party, a graduation, a seminar, anything you want to stream live on a secure platform, whether yours or theirs. Let's give them a call, 754-999-1140, and ask them how they can help you. Tell them you heard about them on the night shift with DJ Kevin Steele. I want to say thank you to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands. Althea SU is a licensed massage therapist operating out of Broad County, North Miami-Dade and South Palm Beach counties. She comes to you, bringing her table, her oils, and over 20 years massage therapy experience. Give her a call, 954-655-9000, or email her at thealater@att.net and schedule your appointment today. That's THEALATER, thealater@att.net. She only has one request outside of paying her. It's called the Kevin Stew Clause. And that says, please get off her table and go sleep somewhere else when she's done. Why is it called the Kevin Stew Clause? Because I always fall asleep on her table. Guaranteed, without fail. I want to say thank you to Reggae Global Entertainment. Reggae Global act as your booking agents, handle your tour management, take care of your business registration, legal service referrals, music production, marketing and promotion, and so much more. Go ahead and give them a call, 954-804-8199, or check them out at reggaeglobal.com. Tell them Kevin Stew sent you. I want to say thanks to McNeil Trucking. With McNeil Trucking, your goods are in good hands. They're licensed and insured movers in the state of Florida. So if you want to move from point A to point B, move some things into storage, don't have the manpower, the equipment, the truck. Yeah, because you need transportation, right? No worries. Just give Mike Trucking a call and say, hey, Kevin Stew said you could help us out. What's that number to use? 954-406-9740. That's 954-406-9740. Yeah, we're better than everything. Efren Alves kicking us off. The song called, the track called Soca Global. Hey Nadia, how you doing? Inviting to call a friend, tell a friend, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too. Because information is good for everyone. Come on over, jump into the stew pot on kevinstew.com. Those of you wondering what the stew pot is, that's what others call a chat room. Because we're fancy on kevinstew.com, we call it the stew pot. It's where we keep things interactive and bubbling. Let's go to kevinstew.com and you are in. You don't need to register, you don't need to offer a firstborn, an internal organ, or a blood sacrifice. Nothing like that. If you want to contribute to the broadcast and the website, you can do that. Not a problem. You can donate on the website, kevinstew.com. You just hit the little donate button and it takes you straight there. If you're a business, an entity, or you just have an event coming up and you want to do some advertising, get in touch. Numbers to call, numbers to text. 773-789-STEW. That's 773-789-7839. It's also the line that gets you in touch with the broadcast. And the lines are open right now. So if you want to participate in this broadcast, not a problem. Just take up the phone and call. 773-789-7839. Uh-huh. So tonight, I'm trying to see if we can put this little bit of an issue to rest. Because in more recent times, it has had me a little bit restless. This whole issue of melatonin. And so, what is melatonin? And how effective is it really? One of the things that had me concerned and a little bit uneasy is recently in the news, there has been talk about children overdosing on melatonin. And it's one of those things that leaves me scratching my head. Why are children taking melatonin? You know, what's up with that? And so, of course, I did a little snooping around, I did a little research, checking here, checking there, checking all over. And I decided to put some information together for tonight's broadcast because I have some questions. I don't know about you. Has any of you ever taken melatonin? What has that experience been like for you? I've never taken melatonin. But if you have, share your experience with me. 773-789-STEW, or go to the stew pot on kevinstew.com and put it there. Let me hear what you have to say. And remember, it's a judgment-free zone here, so all feedback is welcome. There's no judgment. If you are going to comment on the stew pot, we just ask that you keep it respectful. Okay? Cool. Now, according to Fox 13 News, there's an article that they put out, and they're saying falling asleep doesn't come easy for some children. And these children, as a result, need help. Dr. Louis Ortiz, a sleep medicine physician at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg, said, interestingly, I have been seeing more patients coming in for difficulty sleeping, and the parent has already started melatonin. Dr. Ortiz said the sleep aid melatonin is typically safe in the right dose for a certain amount of time. Now, hearing information like that kind of sends up a little bit of a flag for me. But let's go on with what this information says. So it's typically safe in the right dose for a certain amount of time. But a CDC study that was released recently shows child overdoses are on the rise. Thousands of children hospitalized. What's going on here?
what was eye-opening for the CDC report was that when you're going beyond what is normally a prescribed dose, this can be lethal. And in a 10-year period, they had several children ending up hospitalized in the ICU, and 2 infants died. This is what Dr. Ortiz said. Now, the CDC found pediatric melatonin ingestion jumped 530% from 2012 to 2021. And the largest increase happened during the pandemic. Dr. Ortiz said, we've definitely seen an increase in this with the COVID pandemic, with children being forced to be in home a lot. Huh. More things that make you go, right? I hope you guys are connecting some dots here as we're talking about this. I hope you're realizing some things. As adults, when you look back into your childhood and you look at your children's life now, today, what are some of the things that you find to be different? Most of the poisonings involved boys younger than 5 years old. And the overdoses were mainly accidents. The FDA approved supplements can come as plain tablets or as gummies, which are most likely used by children. These gummies, they taste good. They taste just like your regular gummy bear or any kind of gummy type candy. When the child gets access to this substance, to this medication, and takes 10 to 100 times higher doses than what would be recommended, that is when problems start. Well, personally, I'm thinking the problems start when they have to take it at all. So Dr. Ortiz says a lot of these containers are not child-proofed. What? Why not? And they're very easy to obtain. I think that even simple interventions such as child-proofing these containers can be helpful. Okay, that's not rocket science. You don't need a doctor to tell you to child-proof medication. Because although it comes in gummy form, it's still medication. Ortiz said good sleep routines should be the priority, but it's okay if it's not. Why is... Oh, it's okay if that's not enough. Good routines. But, okay. So, it's okay if good sleep routines are not enough. Meaning you should supplement good sleep routines with what? Drugs? That didn't work in my life, in my time. When I say my time, in my childhood. That wasn't one of the things that we used. Unless it was what was it? Antihistamine. That was a real knockout punch right there. Dr. Ortiz also said, I don't feel there should be any shame in using melatonin. However, you need to have a game plan. He recommends working with a doctor to figure out the right dose and knowing when to stop. And he said to keep the melatonin in a safe place. Where is a safe place these days in the home? Just like any other medication, the melatonin container should be kept out of reach of children, and preferably not with a knowledge of where. Not within the child's knowledge, like the child actually knowing where the thing is. So, in case they get curious, they don't go looking for it. Well, there's another thing that you could do, and that is to instruct the child not to mess with that. Is that an option at all? Don't we give our children rules and well guidelines anymore? And as a result of not following these guidelines, they know what the consequences are, and they know what the consequences are of following these guidelines. Again, consequences go both ways. You have negative and positive, right? So, whatever happened to, you see that over there? That is medicine, not candy. That can cause you harm. Yes, it tastes good, and yes, it relaxes you. But no, it is not candy. Is that too hard to tell children? Because if basically it seems like the blame is being placed on container safety with these children overdosing on these gummies, these melatonin gummies. But it goes further than that. Why should these children need to be taking a sleep aid in the first place? Okay, so the pandemic rolled through and the activities that children had available to them were not so much available anymore. Okay, cool. I get it. Does that mean you can't do other things with the children? Like, if you still keep to a sleep routine, then they'll stick to that routine. And because the pandemic is around, doesn't mean that the child still cannot go outside. You take the child outside at that time. You stay away from people. If that was your fear, you do those things. You use your precautions, mask up, wear gloves, whatever it is that you do as your levels of precaution, you implement those. Why do you need to be giving drugs to children for them to go to sleep? Now, of course, you have to also look at the life of the parent. Because here it is, they are going through a lot. They have to go out and do this. They have to go out and do that. Some of them losing their jobs. Some of them trying to find new jobs. All these things, life happens. I get it. There is no cut and dry way to address anything. There's no hard and fast. There's no one size fits all. Everybody has to find their own way that works. A drug is not it. And so you have these children overdosing on melatonin because it comes in a nice little gummy package and they have access to it, and the package is not child proof. So here we go, and we have another issue, another wide scale, nationwide, however far and wide issue. Over the last 10 years, you have 500% increase in overdoses in melatonin use. That's crazy. Where they do that at? Why? And so here we are with this showing up in the news. And it's kind of funny because I was talking with an adult friend of mine. And yeah, I have children friends too. But an adult friend of mine. And she was mentioning having irregular sleeping habits. And I know how stressful her job is. We've talked about her job. And I said, so have you tried melatonin? Not really having ever really looked at what melatonin is or looked into it. I just knew it was one of those really cool, or said to be one of those really cool sleep aids. And I was like, you could try that. And she was like, that's not all good though, right? And that sent up a flag for me. At that very moment, I stopped and I said, whoa, wait. I've never really looked at this thing. Could it really be that dangerous? Could it really be that it has some side effects? What do we know about melatonin? And what makes us so comfortable with giving it to our children? You have 5-year-olds going into hospitals suffering from melatonin overdose. Why are you giving 5-year-olds? Because you want them to go to sleep? Well, there are things that you can do to make them go to sleep. And if you don't know what they are, you can look them up. We have information at our fingertips at all times. We don't have to wait until the doctor's office is open to call them anymore. We can go searching for information. We have online doctors. You want to tell me that this is the best that you can do? And so the doctors are prescribing these treatments to you? So even if it is prescribed to you, why is a child having easy access to it so much that they can take 10 to 100 times the dose? We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to look a little bit at what melatonin really is and some things that we need to know about melatonin and some side effects of melatonin. Because again, we overlook some of these things. We don't ask, why would I want to experience this? And as an extension, why would I want my child to go through this? So, as we take a break, this is where we're going to say see you to those on Clubhouse and those on Facebook Live. And the broadcast continues on the affiliate stations, affiliate platforms, and also, bless up, Mikey. Much love to you, bro. And right here at the home of the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew, kevinstew.com. Come on over. Those of you on Clubhouse, the link is in the description. Those of you on Facebook Live, the link is pinned in the comment section. Just click on it. Come on over, kevinstew.com. Just go to kevinstew.com and you're participating in the Stew Pot, the chat room. You have 2 ways to view. You can watch on the player that is loaded above the chat, above the Stew Pot, or you can watch on the YouTube live player, which is just below the chat room. So you have options. Yeah, you can listen live. If watching right now is not an option for you, you can also listen live right there from kevinstew.com. Just click on the tune-in link and hit play right there. It plays. You hear me live and in living color right here, just like you're listening to me on or watching me on Clubhouse or Facebook Live. All right. So we're going to be back in just a few moments. And as we take a break, remember, coming up this Saturday, each and every Saturday inside Eats 876 downtown Fort Lauderdale is Rhythms of the Heart. It's a GMAT Music Solutions event. And this weekend, it is a 90s culture party. There'll be prizes and surprises at this event this week. So there's a best dressed prize. And it's strictly 90s culture music. And we have DJ Lethal Blacks bringing the music inside Eats 876 at Rhythms of the Heart. Ladies are free all night. Doors are open at 8. Come on down. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. You don't want to miss this 90s event. Those of you who love the 90s culture party, come on in. Best dress prizes, ladies free all night.
Quality Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulsey Media Group.
As Father's Day is fast approaching, do remember to check out the marykay.com/Kevin Stew Mary Kay store. Yes, my store. I am an independent Mary Kay consultant, and there are products for men too. So go ahead and check it out. marykay.com/Kevin Stew. Get that man in your life something today. You can get him some fragrances. You can get him some face care, some beard care. Skin care is for everyone. Get a facial mask. And you can both have some time together doing your mask. Take care of yourselves together and enjoy it. marykay.com/Kevin Stew. Take care of your men for Father's Day. Go and place your orders today.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school,
In math,
I learned that I'm ugly
I
and
learned
useless.
that I'm trash.
And in gym,
In biology,
I learned that I'm
I learned
pathetic
that I'm fat
and a
and
joke.
stupid.
In history,
Today in
I learned that
school,
I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick.
And in
And
gym,
at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell.
and a joke.
In chemistry, I learned that no one
In
likes me.
biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid.
In English,
And in
I
math,
learned that I make people
I
sick.
learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today
The only thing I didn't learn today
The only thing I didn't learn,
It's why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
Reggae Global Entertainment presents the brand new self-titled album from Yishka with 9 great songs. Oh Baby Let Me Love You.
Oh, baby.
Be Grateful for Life.
Be grateful for life.
Shake You Down.
Girl, I wanna shake you
What else can I do?
What else can I
Babe, Come Over.
do? Baby, come over.
My. It's our time
It's our time. You know I love you.
for your love.
For your love, I would do anything.
I'm Falling.
I'm falling in love again.
Yishka. 9 great songs. Available on all streaming platforms.
You sure look good tonight.
Available now.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin Stew, working on the night shift radio show. Won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Will DJ Kevin Stew sell his soul? That's a word and honor. It's Christine to representing word and honor. Still I say DJ Kevin Stew. Girl, I don't wanna go to sleep tonight.
dreams. I don't wanna go to sleep tonight, 'cause I don't wanna miss my dream.
The sound of Mark Q bringing us back from the break.
Miss my dream.
Track called Miss My Dream.
'Cause I don't wanna miss my dream.
No, I guess there are some people that are trying desperately to find ways to catch their dreams. So they have sleep aids.
Girl, I don't wanna go to sleep tonight.
So they definitely want to go to sleep.
I don't wanna go to sleep tonight.
But even more so, they want their children to go to sleep, so they're giving them sleep aids also. And the children are ending up taking more of these gummies than they need to. They're taking melatonin and overdosing on it. But what is melatonin? How does it work? Now, according to the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, the NIH, melatonin is a hormone that your brain produces in response to darkness. It helps with the timing of your circadian rhythms, the 24-hour clock that we all have in us. It helps with the circadian rhythm and sleep. Being exposed to light at night, this can block melatonin production. Research suggests that melatonin plays other important roles in the body beyond sleep. However, these effects are not fully understood according to nccih.nih.gov. Melatonin dietary supplements can be made from animals or microorganisms, but most often they're made synthetically. The information that we're going to look at tonight is about melatonin dietary supplements. Now, the thing that jumps out at me immediately looking at this information is the fact that we don't get any natural melatonin as an OTC drug or even a prescription drug. They said most of it is synthetic. Is there an organic melatonin product out there? Can somebody send me a link? Put the link in the stew pot, please. Let's go to kevinstew.com or text it to me, 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839. Call me and tell me you found something. Text it to me. Come tell me the information. Jump into the stew pot, put the information there. Share it with us, the collective. Please. So, if it is synthetic and this is what is out there and is causing all kind of problems with our children, does it have benefits? What would be the benefits of taking melatonin? Well, according to nccih.nih.gov, melatonin supplements may help with certain conditions such as jet lag, delayed sleep-wake phase disorder, some sleep disorders in children, and anxiety before and after surgery. Now, with jet lag, people are affected when they travel across multiple time zones with jet lag. And you may not feel well overall, and you may have disturbed sleep, daytime tiredness, impaired functioning, and digestive problems. Research suggests that melatonin supplements may help with jet lag. Not will, it may. Again, we come back to that little three-letter word that cause all kind of problems. It's right up there with can. This is based on medium-sized reviews from 2010 to 2014. 4 studies that included a total of 142 travelers showed that melatonin may be better than a placebo, an inactive substance, in reducing overall symptoms of jet lag after eastward flights. Another study of 234 travelers on eastward flights looked at only sleep quality and found low quality evidence that melatonin may be better than placebo for improving sleep quality. 2 studies that included a total of 90 travelers showed that melatonin may be better than a placebo in reducing symptoms of jet lag after westward flights. So that's as it relates to jet lag. Now, people with DSWPD, delayed sleep-wake phase disorder, have trouble falling asleep at the usual times and waking up in the morning. They typically have difficulty getting to sleep before 2 to 6 a.m. and would prefer to wake up between 10 and 1 p.m., 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Melatonin supplements appear to help with sleep in people with DSWPD. But it is uncertain whether the benefits outweigh the possible harms. This is based on a clinical practice guideline, a small review, and a more recent study. There was a 2015 study in the American Academy of Sleep Medicine where it recommended melatonin supplements given at specific times for DSWPD. The recommendation was a weak one, and it came with uncertainty and whether the benefits of melatonin outweigh its potential harms. A 2016 review that looked at a small number of people from 2 studies showed that melatonin supplements reduced the time it took for people with DSWPD to fall asleep when compared to placebo. On average, it took about 22 minutes less for them to fall asleep. 22 minutes on melatonin, because that is such a big difference. We should go with it. A 2018 randomized controlled trial that lasted 4 weeks and included 307 people with DSWPD found that taking melatonin 1 hour before the desired bedtime combined with going to bed at a set time led to several improvements. Those improvements included falling asleep on average at 34 minutes earlier, better sleep during the first third of the night, and better daytime functioning. Well, is it the melatonin that is doing it, or is it sticking with a sleep routine? I don't know. Melatonin could help with it, but is that what is doing it? Sleep problems in children can have undesirable effects on their behavior, daytime functioning, and quality of life. Children with certain conditions such as atopic dermatitis, asthma, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, which apparently everybody has these days, or autism spectrum disorder, are more prone to sleep problems than other children. Well, that just about covers every child in the United States right about now. You know, they got something. They got one of these things going on. There are no overall guidelines on the best approach to improving sleep in children. However, guidelines for specific conditions recommended behavioral treatments such as good bedtime habits and parent education as an initial treatment that may be supplemented with medicines. Yeah, you know, 3687, I don't know. I wasn't trying to be funny, but it seems to be the case. You know, all these, you're always hearing about a child having one of these conditions. And if that is the case, and we're pumping them full of melatonin for them to go to sleep versus other things, like having them play outside, taking away the devices, then maybe they would sleep. But what do I know? I'm a DJ, not a DR. I know nothing. A 2019 review looked at 18 studies of melatonin supplements that included a total of 1,021 children. Most of the studies were small and were relatively brief, 1 to 13 weeks. That's a long time. 13 weeks is a long time to check out people sleeping. Overall, the studies showed that melatonin was better than placebo for improving both the time to fall asleep and total sleep. The benefits of melatonin on behavior and daytime functioning, however, were not clear because the studies used different ways to measure the outcomes. There was a list that was compiled that shows the review's results on melatonin short-term effects for children with specific conditions. Children with ASD, autism spectrum disorder, fell asleep 37 minutes earlier and slept 48 minutes longer. Yeah, that's another good one right there. 3687. Stop giving the children sugar. How about that? So, children with ADHD fell asleep 20 minutes earlier and slept 33 minutes longer. Children with atopic dermatitis fell asleep 6.8 minutes earlier and slept 35 minutes longer. Children with chronic sleep onset insomnia fell asleep 24 minutes earlier and slept 25 minutes longer. Than what? Longer than earlier and longer than they normally did, which was short in the first place, or longer than the recommended 8 hours. You see, the wording of these things is important to me. And how it is worded here has me asking more questions than it gives me answers. I don't know what it does for you, but 773-789-STEW, let me hear from you. 773-789-7839. Remember, the lines are open. You can remain anonymous, a judgment-free zone. Give them some physical activity. Yeah, that works. That's what I was saying earlier. Give them physical activity. And stick to a sleep routine, an awake routine. It has always worked. Why change now to go to a synthetic method of getting sleep? Take away the devices 2 hours before going to sleep, because 1 hour is not cutting it, half an hour is not cutting it. Do it 2 hours before. Let them wind down, let them relax, let them get bored, let them get sleepy. Because we forget what screen time does to the human brain. It stimulates it. Once you're looking at a screen, the flicker rate of the screen, and I guess with digital screens, it's a little bit different. It's not like the old television screens where you have a flicker rate, but you still have a flicker rate. You still have these light waves that affect how our brains function, and light, it in and of itself reduces the flow of melatonin because it comes into play in the dark. So those that like to operate in the dark, boy, woe be unto you. But when people are in the hospital, you hear them talk about coming out of the hospital feeling a whole lot more tired than they went in. Well, the lights are always on. That's one reason. But what do I know? Yet again, what do I know? Do drive them through Dutch Brothers or Starbucks, or do not? Which one is that? 3687. Is it do drive them or don't drive them? Because there aren't many studies on children and melatonin supplements. Don't drive them through there. Okay, cool. Because there are not many studies on children and melatonin supplements, there is a lot we don't know about the use of melatonin in children. For example, there are uncertainties about what dose to use and when to give it, the effects of melatonin use over long periods of time, and whether melatonin's benefits outweigh the possible risks. Because melatonin is a hormone, it's possible that melatonin supplements could affect hormonal development, including puberty, menstrual cycles, and overproduction of the hormone prolactin. But we don't know for sure. Until we find out, let's continue pumping our children full of melatonin. Yay! Crazy. That doesn't make sense. So because of these uncertainties, it is best to work with a healthcare provider if you're considering giving a child melatonin for sleep problems. How about not giving a child melatonin for sleep problems? How about that? How about let's just run them into the ground? What? That sounds like it shouldn't be a thing to do? Think about your childhood. Those of you, anyone over the age of, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say 30. Think back to your childhood. Was it filled with physical activities that led to you wanting to stay up late at night, but because you know that you have a set bedtime, you have to go to bed, and then you complain and you protest, but then you get into that bed and you turn out the lights and it is all lights out because you're fast asleep in 5 minutes? Did it work for you? You think it would work for them? Mind you, they have a lot more sugar pumped into them, and even more reason for them to be running around outside because they got all this energy they got to burn off. I'm on the road every day, and as I'm driving, I'm looking at children, and I have never seen so many overdeveloped minors as I do today. Driving on the road every day, I'm looking at these children in middle school, looking big, pumped full of hormones and sugar. And I'm thinking, this is crazy. And it really is. What are we doing to our community? What kind of lifestyle are these children going to have when they hit 30? Yeah, that's it right there. 36, 87. You see, now I know where we stand with when we're communicating. Came home from school, did homework, then it was outside until it became dark. The street lights came on, time to go in. That doesn't happen anymore. I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and I heard one of her kids asking, "Can we go outside?" And I was like, "Where am I? Is this a Twilight Zone?" Children don't ask to go outside anymore. They don't want to go outside. They want to be inside. Why? Because that's where the devices are. They want to be inside. They want to be on social media. They want to be on video games. They want to be on a computer. They want to be on a tablet. They want to be everywhere but outside doing something. So they want to be everywhere doing nothing versus outside doing something. Now, does that sound crazy to you? And then at night we wonder why they don't want to go to sleep, and then we want to pump them full of drugs. Now, mind you, again, the majority of the kids that are being diagnosed as overdosing on melatonin are 5 years old, in that region, in that age range. But guess what? They are being put on devices too, because as soon as they can hold a device, that's where that is their pacifier. That is the thing that is keeping them occupied. They don't have building blocks anymore. They don't have those ABCs so they can put them in order. They don't have numbers to play with, and colors to play with, and shapes to play with. They don't have that anymore. It's all digital now. So what do you think is going to happen at night when it's all digital that they know? How are they going to go to sleep? At what point do their brains shut off? Because the human structure doesn't change. So it doesn't really matter what you have available to you now. Our bodies remain the same. And what worked for people 30, 40 years ago are the same things that will work for children today. So why are we going drugged up for everything? You know where we're going to end up with that? Big pharma getting bigger. So next thing here is anxiety before and after surgery. Happens in up to 80% of patients. Melatonin supplements appear to be helpful in reducing anxiety before surgery, but it's unclear if it helps to lower anxiety after surgery. And this is based on a 2015 review. The 2015 review looked at 12 studies that involved 774 people and assessed melatonin supplements for treating anxiety before surgery, anxiety after surgery, or both. The review found strong evidence that melatonin is better than placebo in reducing anxiety before surgery. Melatonin supplements may be as effective as standard treatment. However, the results on melatonin's benefits for reducing anxiety after surgery were mixed. How about just giving people the information they need? Because if you're anxious, typically it is because you're unsure. What can anyone be sure of? Just about nothing. You're not sure if you're going to wake up in the morning when you put your head down to go to sleep. You're not sure if you're going to come back home when you step out the front door. You're not sure of anything. You take it for granted that will happen. Are you sure? Think about it. No. So why not just give the information as it relates to these surgeries so that people can stay informed and know what they're going to go through? You don't need a drug. All you need to do is remain positive. Comment here in the stew pot. As humans, we move away from pain and towards pleasure. If kids put up a fuss when taking away screens, parents give in. Give in at what cost, though? And yes, they do give in. I've seen it over and over again. And I at one point in time, I would have thought, well, it's because I'm not a parent. But guess what? I have children too. And at some point in time, those devices have to go off. And it's at that time that they say, okay, you know what? Bump that. I'm going to go to sleep. Yeah. That's what you need to do. Go to sleep. Tomorrow is another day. Will you make it? We don't know. But if you do, give thanks and let's go. We should be taking a break right about now, but where is it? Is melatonin safe for children? When we come back, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to look at this. Because this information is available to everyone. You can go searching for it just like I did. So the big question, is melatonin safe for children? Same website, same article. Let's see what they say when we come back from the break. Call your friends. Tell your friends, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too. We're talking about melatonin tonight on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Healthy love night. Let's see if you can take something away from this. And again, I don't have all the answers. My job here is to stimulate your appetite, not satisfy your hunger. So you should leave here asking more questions and looking for more information. And when you find some, please don't be selfish. Share it with me. I'd like to know too. We'll be right back after these messages. Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links. www.dahchurch.org. churchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Making great music is one thing, sharing it with the world, that's another. Let the professionals at Reggae Global Entertainment help you to another level. Specializing in artist management, booking, public relations and marketing, and promotion, Reggae Global Entertainment can help you with event planning, websites, photography, and video production, press releases, legal services, and graphic design. They can even help you with music production so you can get the sound that you want every time. Call Reggae Global Entertainment at 954-804-8199. That's 804-8199. Or visit them online at reggaeglobalentertainment.com. Teddy Greaves Jr. with 6 brand new songs out now on his brand new EP, Teddy Greaves Jr. with songs you know and love like Can You Stop the Rain?
Can you stop the rain?
One Last Cry. Can't Get Over You. Wait Too Long. You and I. And One Last Cry, the acoustic version. Teddy Greaves Jr. Now available on all major digital platforms. Teddy Greaves Jr.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulseemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.
Yes. Akar Mantino, I'm making notes right now. You are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
I just wanna know, baby, just because it's been a long time since you touched me and made me feel that wonderful glow the way you do. It's been a long time since you held me and squeezed me, so I wonder what's gone over you. I don't know if I'd bring it up. Seems like it's a funny thing to talk about. I don't know if it's right to do. Nowhere to turn to. Up against the wall, and I wanna know, is it still good to you? Does it feel alright? Oh baby, is it still good to you? Can you prove it tonight? Tell me, baby.
Whoa, it's been a long time since you asked me how was my day and kissed me before I could say. It's been a long time since you told me if things could change you wouldn't have to know all the way. I don't know if I'll bring it up. It seems like such a funny thing to talk about. I don't know if it's right to do, but I don't wanna bug you. And who I'm up against the wall.
And I wanna know. You need to tell without the straight and I'll be able to. I wanna know.
No need to hesitate.
I wanna know.
The sound of Joanna Marie working out with Ed Robinson. Track to be released in 1 week from today. The rendition of Is It Still Good to You? Is it? Healthy Love Night right here on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Is it still good to you? That's still good to me. Laying my head down, turning off the lights, and just relaxing and going off to sleep. Still good to me. Is it still good to you? Is melatonin safe for children? That's a question at this point. Is it good? Now, like I said, same article. In addition to issues that we talked about earlier, there are some things to consider regarding melatonin safety in children. Melatonin supplements appear to be safe for most children for the short-term use, but there are not many studies on children and melatonin, and there's little information on the long-term effects of melatonin use in children. Because melatonin is a hormone, it is possible that melatonin supplements could affect hormonal development, including puberty, menstrual cycles, and overproduction of the hormone prolactin. But we don't know for sure. So why are we giving it to our children? We don't know. So why? Comment here in the stew pot. I know it's difficult when it's the routine and parents change it. Parents need to suck it up and put up with the discomfort until the behavior is changed. It's not the parents that need to suck it up, really. It is the children, because they're the ones being corrected. So they don't want to do the thing that is different. The children need to suck it up. And the parents just need to stick to their guns. It's simple. And I don't know why it is that we always turn to that simple quick fix. That's what we look for, that quick fix, that instant fix. Because that is what we need to be going with. No, that's not what we need to be going with. We don't need instant anything. Especially in a case like this. We're talking about children in their developmental years. And we're pumping them full of some hormone. And we don't even know what the hormone does. We don't know how it affects. But there are some side effects. So what are these possible side effects that melatonin can have? Well, drowsiness, increased bedwetting or urination in the evening, headache, dizziness, agitation. This is side effects in children. So not only are we giving them a drug that we don't know how it's going to affect them later on in life, but we're traumatizing them, because now as older children, they're wetting their beds at a time when they're already well potty trained and can go out and stop wearing diapers, and now they are traumatized by the fact that they went to bed and they wet their bed. And I'm a baby, but they don't want to be called babies at this stage. So what do we do? A 2015 review on the study of melatonin supplements indicated that only mild side effects were reported in various short-term studies that involved adults. It also involved surgical patients and critically ill patients. Some of the mild side effects that were reported in the studies included some of the very same ones that we mentioned for the children: headache, dizziness, nausea, sleepiness. Wait. Isn't this a sleep aid? So it is supposed to cause sleepiness? Are they saying that it causes sleepiness in wake times? So that means then it is throwing off our hormone production. Or it is lingering and causing the same effects that the hormone melatonin does. So it's working, but working too good. The possible long-term side effects of melatonin use, unclear. So this is still a go-to thing? melatonin, still go to. But we can't figure out why our kids are overdosing or why it is not working or what are we doing, people? Seriously, what are we doing? So, having trouble falling asleep, what could be some of the reasons? According to Better Health magazine, betterhealthmag.com, there are a few things that could possibly be the reason. And we're going to run through them. One of them is you're not getting enough exercise. Now, exercise improves sleep as effectively as some drugs, as according to some studies. And those are benzodiazepines. I hope I said that right. Benzodiazepines or zepines. And this is according to Dr. Kalina Krishnan Ramakrishnan. That's the doctor's name. I didn't make it up. And this is an associate professor at the University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center. On average, it reduces the time it takes to get to sleep by 12 minutes and increases total sleep time by 42 minutes. Exercise. Who would have thunk it? Exercise, which the only side effect that we know of may be muscle ache and tiredness, which is supposed to happen because you worked the muscle and you exerted a lot of energy. So that's actually a good side effect. That's how you know that you did the exercise. Next on the list is you had too much caffeine. Reasons that we're not able to fall asleep. Too much caffeine. Caffeine blocks the effects of adenosine, which is a chemical produced by your brain that makes you sleepy. In fact, studies have shown that the caffeine in even 1 cup of coffee will rev up your circuits enough to reduce both the length and restorative depths of sleep. It will also wake you during the night to urinate. And that is one of the most not fun things. You're going through the night, you're enjoying that sleep, and then you get that feeling that you get when you need to go do what you need to do, and it wakes you out of your sleep, and you hit your toe on the coffee table or something. You have that one moment when you just cuss your bladder. But it happens. Next on the list is you're too tense. People with insomnia are much more likely to experience associated health problems such as anxiety, depression, diabetes, and congestive heart failure. And that is why it is important to unwind before bed. Try some simple yoga stretches to help you sleep. Exercise yet again. Simple things to help you go to sleep. Which is funny because anxiety can keep you up. People with insomnia tend to have anxiety also. They're not getting enough sleep. So do things that reduce insomnia. And there are things that do it naturally. You don't need a synthetic drug to do it. So, after this, I'll never tell someone to use melatonin again. As long as you know that. And if my friend is listening, I do apologize for suggesting it. I know you have it. If you want to throw it out, I'm all for it. Again, I'm not saying it is all bad. Everything is good within moderation. Yes, exercise is free. Thank you, 3687. Exercise is free. 773-789-STEW gets you in touch. The call is free. 773-789-7839. One more time, 773-789-7839. Give us a call. Yoga gets you in touch with your breath, says Toronto yoga instructor Darcy Clark. When you slow down and stay in pose, you can feel different areas of your body that are tense and holding on from your day, and gradually let that go as you sit and breathe through your pose. And stretching in general has a calming effect. So make it a bedtime routine, because that's the best time for it. Stretch. Let it go. Let go of what happened during the day. There's nothing that you can do about that this time. And if you need to address it again tomorrow, God sparing life, you make it through the night, you address it. If you don't make it through the night, then guess what? You don't need to worry about it, because there's nothing you can do about it anyway. So stretch it off. Let it go. Relax, release, and go to sleep. Now, here's something. Here's an idea. How about we teach our children how to do this? As a matter of fact, we could possibly do it early enough so that we all stay on the same sleep routine. And we all just stretch and relax and let it go. And go to bed. Have a good night's sleep. Wake up and tell stories of the pleasant dreams we had. Sounds like an idea. We could get started, right? So let's get started. Now, another thing on the list is, and I didn't even think about this one, people still do this? You're scaring yourself before bed. So, what? I'm scaring yourself before bed. How did this make the list? Thrillers and every other scary book are absolutely verboten. And if you expect to sleep, says Dr. Becky Wang Cheng, medical director at Kettering Medical Center in Ohio. No one sleeps when they're expecting something from under the bed to grab them. Children are not the only ones afraid of monsters. I don't even know what to say to that one. You're scaring yourself. You're reading these thrillers. You're watching these movies that are scaring you. And then you can't go to sleep because you're afraid. How about you get to the end? Now, if it's one of those books that is a part of a series and it's a thriller, you may as well not, because it never ends. There's that moment when you wonder, did this really happen? Is this really over? And it bothers you until the next edition comes out, or the next movie in the series comes out. Don't do it. If you have a problem with these types of books, movies, don't do it. Next on the list is you're not having enough sex. Now, I didn't think this one would be on the list either. However, it made the list. Things that are possible reasons you're not getting enough sleep. Some 44% of midlife women say they don't have time for sex. But the big O is still one of the most sleep-inducing agents around. Just don't forget to protect yourself against unanticipated side effects that could appear 9 months later. That's a side effect. But just go ahead and do it. Do the horizontal mamba, get the exercise. Again, this is exercise. You're using muscles, you're burning energy, and you're releasing endorphins. Our next one on the list is another one that I didn't anticipate making the list. You don't nap. Take a 20, and I don't even know where to get this time from. A 26-minute nap. Who sets a timer for 26 minutes? Take a 26-minute nap. Says Sarah Mednick, research scientist at the University of California at San Diego, and author of Take a Nap, Change Your Life. Studies show that one nap of up to 90 minutes between the hours of 1 and 4 p.m. will reduce your sleep debt, invigorate your day, boost your job performance, and not affect your night's sleep. Between 1 and 4 p.m. This is when you get up at what time, though? Is it between 1 and 4 for everyone? Or is it just those that wake up at a particular time? And if it is those that wake up at a particular time, then you can just measure that length of time between you wake up and 1 o'clock, or 1 to 4, and adjust accordingly. Next on the list is you're on your period, ladies. You are apparently more prone to having poor sleep around the time of your menstruation. I did not know that. I wish one of you ladies would have told me that. I am all for talking with ladies about what is going on with them. I've never heard that. But it makes sense because it is related to pain and mood changes. So that is simply that. Then there is temperature. Lower the temperature of your bedroom before you climb into bed. Again, says Dr. Becky Wang Cheng. Lower temperatures tell your body it's time to sleep. And if your bed partner objects, then tell them to bundle up. Also, and I love this one, I really do. Try sleeping naked. If it's it's easier to adjust your comfort zone with sheets and blankets, and you can pull up or throw off rather than a long nightgown or a pair of fleece pajamas. It's easier to go naked and just cover up or peel away, as the case may be, to sleep comfortably. I know I'm not the one that is saying it. This one is courtesy of Dr. Charles J. Bay, who is a sleep specialist at Cleveland Clinic Sleep Disorders Center. I'm all there with you, Dr. Charles. Then there is another one which was eye-opening for me. You're not spending enough time with your friends. Now, so I can understand this at a time when we were quarantining and such, but that's not happening so much these days. So why are we not spending time with our friends? Studies at UCLA reveal that women who have healthy friendships and interactive relationships with their children actually sleep better. They tend a befriend study. That's an interesting name for it. As they are called, conducted by UCLA researcher Shelley Taylor, PhD, indicate that when women are stressed, they tend to their children and seek out other women. Possibly an ancient survival mechanism that allowed women to band together to protect themselves and their families. The studies show that when this happens, a woman's level of biochemical called oxytocin, which blocks cortisol, which is the body's chief stress chemical, the oxytocin is increased, allowing them to rest rather than be wired like their male counterparts. So, ladies, all you need to do is tend to the children and talk with your friends or hang out with your friends, and you'll sleep like babies. Now, I'm thinking this through a little bit further, and I'm thinking if you go hang out with your friends and you tend to the kids, when we get to bed, then everybody will be happy because you're happy, and a happy wife makes a happy life. So if you're happy, then I am happy, and we're all happy, and we're relaxed. We're not stressed. We're not tense. We get to stretched out a little bit before bed. Do a little bit of a horizontal mamba, get the exercise going on, release some endorphins, break a sweat, and everybody sleeps well. Perfect. No melatonin needed. Now, are you worried that it might not work? That is one of the reasons where you'll probably not sleep well. Every night, a couple of hours before bed, sit down and make a list of all the issues, problems, and things you have to deal with, says Donna Arend, Clinical Director of Kettering Hospital Sleep Disorders Center in Dayton, Ohio. Next to each item, write a solution or a plan. When you're ready for bed, put the list by the bedroom door. That way, if thoughts of your problems arise and you're trying to sleep, you can tell yourself, I've got a plan and I'll work on it tomorrow. So placing it at the bedroom door, outside the bedroom door, somewhere like that, not in the bedroom, I guess that would be an excellent idea, because now you know that you have something to go and take care of. And it is not in your bedroom for a reason. That's not where it belongs. So leave those things outside the bedroom. Reserve your bed for two things: sleep and sex. You can't go wrong. How are you going to go wrong? So common reasons we don't get enough sleep. Well, we take sleep for granted. That's one. Too much caffeine, alcohol, and sleeping tablet. Yeah, you'd think that these things are sedatives, but no. We know caffeine definitely is not a sedative. But the alcohol and the sleeping tablets, they are counterproductive in the long run. Shift work affects us because it messes with our circadian rhythm. Jet lag, we definitely know how that goes, because we're traveling over time zones and it messes with everything. And eating and drinking late also is a problem. But it doesn't stop there. Because if we can't wind down before bed, if we are stressed, if we have a sleep disorder, well, the sleep disorder is the reason we're not sleeping. And the reason we're not sleeping is why we have a sleep disorder. So that one is cyclical. We're not even going to touch on that one. Then there's medical problems. There's pregnancy. Pregnancy is one of those big things that makes everybody not sleep. Because she is not sleeping because she's uncomfortable, and he's not sleeping because she's uncomfortable. Everybody is not getting sleep at this time. And then there's side effects of drugs. That also would be a reason why we're not getting enough sleep. What do we need to do? Well, apparently, melatonin is not the solution. But it's one of the things that has been out there in the market, and it has been out there in such a way that our children have been getting it, and our children have been overdosing on it. So if we can move away from this and we start changing our lifestyle, as Althea's business says, it's surely changing your lifestyle will change your life. If you listen to Nurse Marva Riley, she'll tell you, eat, sleep, meditate. A nurse's guide to good health. Why? Because these things work. They do. Eating, sleeping, and meditating saved Marva Riley's life. Literally. So what could it do for you? And your children. If you don't even care about yourself, what about your children? What kind of life, what quality of life will they have if you pump them full of drugs before they're 8 years old, or by the time they're 10 years old, they're just full of a cocktail of drugs? What is going to happen when they hit puberty? What kind of problems are they going to face? Is that something that you want to deal with? Will that help them to sleep? Or does that now put you in a position where everybody is up all night long? Getting into musical therapy. This is Ed Robinson, his rendition of All Night Long.
Well, my friends, the time has come to raise the roof and have some fun. Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play on, play on, play on. Everybody sing, everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. All night long, all night, all night, all night long, all night, all night. All night long, all night, all night long, ooh, yeah. People dancing all in the streets, see the rhythm all in their feet. Life is good, wild and sweet. Let the music play on, play on, play on, play on. Feel it in your heart and feel it in your soul. Let the music take control. We're going to party, live, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, live, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing my song. All night long, all night, all night, all night long, all night, all night, all night long, all night, all night long, all night. Once you get started, you can't sit down. Come join the fun, it's a merry-go-round. Everyone dancing their troubles away. Come join our party, see how we play. Tambolite said the moja. Yeah, jumbo jumbo, wait to party, oh we go. Whoa, jambola, tambolite said the moja. Yeah, jumbo jumbo. Whoa, yeah, we're gonna have a party, yeah. All night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night, all night long, all night, all night long, yeah, yeah, all night, all night, all night, all
On the beach and a chill, recline for a chair with some high grade a bill. Pop the clock, I make the champagne spill. The beach party, a shot in and the grill. A girl they are no for dance.
This is new music courtesy of Wayne Wonder, working out with Frankie Sly. It's called Party All Night Long. That's right, cuz.
We a party all night. shot in any grill. A girl they are up and dance and kiss a deal. Because can't run food up on the grill. No man now breathe, no man now big up kill. Me feel like say mood a easy live the watermill. All I wanna do right now is party all night long. All night long. I'm not going home anytime soon 'cause I'm having fun. Me now wanna so much
Let me see if I can get you all worked up. Get you exercising and stretching just a little bit. That way I can get you to sleep well tonight, yeah? That's what musical therapy is all about. This is UT Ras, working out with Cass Smith. It's called En Caso de Incendio.
Estoy disponible. Si sabes mi número, cuenta conmigo. Ella fue cuencho bien. Correrías a tu puerta, dispuesto a pagar esta sed que te queda. Caso de incendio, abriendo mis brazos, iré a rescatarte de todas las penas. Anytime, baby. Verás que esperar nos está consumiendo. Y amor como el nuestro no tiene final. Todavía se te nota en la mirada que me extrañas y te mueres por volver. Y en las noches abrazada de la almohada mi recuerdo enciende el fuego de tu piel. En caso de incendio, estoy disponible. Ya sabes mi número, cuenta conmigo.
For those of you wondering what does that mean in caso de incendio, in case of fire.
Caso de incendio, abriendo mis brazos, iré a rescatarte de todas las penas. Verás que esperar nos está consumiendo. Si amor como el nuestro no tiene final. Never make you unhappy. Make sure everything is fine. You know how much I hope on you. And love it when you chill and wine. Sounds so perfect. One anytime when how much time you think in your blood and rest of friend jungle like special. So the vibe jump up, Mr. Style. En caso de incendio, abriendo mis brazos, iré a rescatarte de todas las penas. Verás que esperar nos está consumiendo. Y amor como el nuestro no tiene final.
I like the way you move, looking at the way you groove. But I don't understand no God can make you feel the way you do. I know what I need to know. I ain't trying to let this go.
You need to be moving toward the bedroom right about now.
That I want you, baby. I like the way you move, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sexy thing you do, oh.
It's musical therapy as we wind up and wrap up the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele this Healthy Love Night. Yeah, I like how you're moving, girl. Yeah, just like that, nice and easy.
Baby, let me give it to you, just the way you want, boo. I'm just trying to show you. Oh, baby, let me give it to you, just the way you want, boo. I just wanna show you. I like the way you move, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sexy thing you do, oh, oh, oh. I like the way you move, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sexy little thing you do, oh, oh, oh. I like the way you move. You don't know what's me love it. Good love for sure, baby. I like the way it flow, darling.
especially how you pose, baby. Doing that for me, oh. Good loving for sure, baby. I like the way it flow, darling. Especially how you pose, baby. Doing that for me, oh. Baby girl, I wanna know the deal. Really don't care if the sign and seal. All I can see is you and me. Baby girl, that's the way it's supposed to be. Tell you the truth, man, I'm gonna tell you a lie. Really wanna slide up between them ties. I sure do like the
sound of the anthem reggae band.
I like the way you move.
That's the title of the track right there. I like the way you move. This is on a dangling.
It's you're my treasure.
A track called This Lifetime.
Girl, I want you to know you're the melody to the soul of my life. You're like a sweet bedtime story to a little child. Oh, na na na. This lifetime won't be enough to give you all this love. I'm feeling inside, it's spiraling up. One life won't be enough to love you. Bang doom bang 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 doom bang 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 doom bang bang yeah yeah. Bang doom bang 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 doom bang 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 doom bang bang yeah yeah. Yeah, you set my soul on fire, and I found my heart's desire when I met you. Like a memory to a prisoner of a better time. You're like a cool shady tree in the summertime when the sun is high. Whoa, na na na. This lifetime won't be enough to give you all this love. But feeling inside, it's spiraling up. One life won't be enough to love you. One more one. When I met this girl last summer, the prettiest thing, beautiful smile with the prettiest skin.
This is on a Korik. A track called Let's Do It in Jamaica.
I said, would you agree to take that vacation with someone like me?
Cause there's no place like home, eh?
Let's do it in Jamaica, where the summer sun is always shining, happy people always smiling. You'll see. Let's do it in Jamaica, the nicest place to get away, and we have summer every day. Trust me. Let's do it in Jamaica. That's where all the fun is, baby. Feel free to get wild and crazy, or just relax and be lazy. She's me say whatever you want, whatever you need, it's alright with me. Even if you want to try on the trees, baby. Let's do it in Jamaica, where the summer sun is always shining, happy people always smiling. You'll see. Let's do it in Jamaica, perfect place to get away, and we have summer every day. Trust me. Let's do it in Jamaica. If you feel like party with me, let me make it real easy. You just need to get up and shake off your troubles and smile with me. Relax for a while with me. Enjoy the island breeze.
Let's do it in Jamaica, where the summer sun is always shining, happy people always smiling. You'll see. Let's do it in Jamaica, the nicest place to get away, and we have summer every day. Trust me. Let's do it in Jamaica. So what will it be? The question may ask you still not answer me. The invite is open, your tickets on me. So let me ask you again, girl, would you agree to take that vacation with someone like me? I know the perfect place you can be free, baby. Come with me to Jamaica, where the summer sun is always shining, happy people always smiling. You'll see. Let's do it in Jamaica.
8 minutes before the top of the hour. 8 more minutes before I get on out of here.
And we have some.
This is the McNeil Trucking sponsored segment. It's called Musical Therapy. Yeah, we can do it in Jamaica, and Jamaica can be wherever you are right now. All you need is the right vibe.
Let's do it in Jamaica, perfect place to get away, and we have summer every day. Trust me. For your love, I don't want to wait in vain. For your love, don't give me no long waiting. For your love.
This is perfect. Get it, money. Track called Wait in Pain. Not at all. Come on in. I don't want to wait in pain. The sound of Ambelique. Track called Never Found Me a Girl.
Oh, no, to love me like you. time we gonna ball grow. We never have no troubles. I just hear fun.
Remember these days?
Reflecting on my life. About the good old days.
The sound of Frano, a track called Good Old Days. We used to run up and down outside as children and then come in when the lights, the street lights came on. We slept like babies right through the night, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
No money, no fame, can wipe those memories. Sitting down on my couch, reminiscing, thinking about the good old days at when we sit in the full nights that we used to go fishing and we fry up the catch in the outside kitchen. We used to go a river, go catch perch and jungle, and then we catch a fire and run a boat with sauce of long food and flour. We used to wash our clothes and dry them from big stones, and then we swim all day till we hide them when we had wrinkle up like prawns, yeah, yeah.
Reflecting on our lives, those good old days. We can have our children have those kind of memories too, and still sleep well without the aid of drugs. But this is where we part company for the night. Thank you to my segment sponsors, Pulse Media, Alternate Healing Heavenly Hands, Reggae Global Radio, and McNeil Trucking. Thank you all. Thank you to the affiliates: One Harmony Radio, Island Worldwide, NIE Radio, Reggae Pulse Radio, ClintonLindsay.com, the Foundation Radio Network, Aloha Radio, Dusik Media Group, WGLRO, PEMG TV. Thank you all. Truly appreciate of you. As we part company, remember, look out for members of your community, and remember, your community is not the development that you live in, but it spreads far and wide. So those that you pass on the bus, on the plane, the boat, or the train, whether you walk, ride, or drive, these are members of your community. Do something good for one of them today, because you never know who's going to do something good for you tomorrow. My name is Kevin Stew. That's all I like to do to you, for you, and with you every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, right here, kevinstew.com, 10 p.m. Eastern. Catch you tomorrow. Real talk. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. From right here in South Florida, I bid you a good night. Be good. If you can't be good at it. Take care until we do it again. Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The night shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.